Hello students, in this session I will explain you task 3 and task 4, how to apply the formulas to do the calculations. These are the things that we will and how to apply the cell references to do the calculations. This is what we will look into. Now to do task 3, I'm going to go by instruction. Launch Excel, open the Excel. Open the file subsistence expenses saved in task 2. Last week you guys worked on subsistence expenses, which was task 2. Open that file, which I have already opened here. This is what we worked on, subsistence expenses last week. And after that I'm just going, we are working on the file. We are working on the file that you guys saved last week, subsistence expenses, which was on the task 2. You entered the data and you calculated total using a sum function. So we will look into what we are doing today. Left align the data. Number 3, left align the data in the first column, including the heading. Number 4, center all other data. So left align, highlighted, click on left alignment, and then all of the data should be aligned center. Click on center. Okay, and then we have calculate the number 5. Calculate the cost of Mary Patty's meal. This will be the cost of breakfast plus lunch plus dinner. Do this by clicking in cell E3 and typing the formula equal to B3 plus C3 plus D3 and press enter. Now I'm going to delete these students. The total here I'm going, instead of clicking on formulas and the auto sum, I'm going to use the cell reference. To do the cell reference, you have to or the formula, any formula you're using in Excel, it begins with equal symbol. It has to begin with equal symbol, otherwise you will not get the answer. Now you have to press equal. Then what is the cell reference of this £3.95? It is B3. Even if you click on that, the B3 will appear. Plus, you have to press plus from the keyboard, shift and plus, and then this one is 7.45. It is C3. Okay, then I click on I type plus, not click on plus, I type plus, and then I'll click on 14.7. As soon as I click on, see that we will get D3. This happens because you have written the equal symbol. That's why you get the cell reference. Equal symbol is very important. If you don't do equal symbol, you will not get the answer. Now once you finish equal, B3 is in column B and row 3, C column 3, D column 3. Then once you press D3, press enter on the keyboard, you will get the answer. Right? Next one, let me type. I will not type equal. See what happens now. Now this is B4. B4 plus this 10.3 is C4. C4 plus D4. D4. See, you will not get any answer. So what you have to do is you have to click on it. Or some people might try to change this, but you will not be able to click on the cursor. There is a cursor. Now, for example, okay, sometimes you might find it a bit difficult to move the cursor to before B. So you can do it easily here. Whatever you type it in the formula bar, it appears. See that? And then you can press enter. You will get the answer 27. I'll show you one more example. Equal B5 plus, I'm typing plus, next C5 type. I can also type D5 now. I can also type D5. See that automatically it borders around. Then press enter. You will get the answer. Now I will see the next instruction. Now do that. We have done it. Calculate the cost of each individual meals. Ensure that you use the correct cell references. So I will do the calculation for all that. Or what you can do, students, you see from this corner, you see that little square if you click on this, you see that little square and you see the plus symbol, and then you can just drag it. You see that when I just dragged and dropped, I got that answer 27.65. Yes, you can also, let me show that one more time. I'm just going to delete it. I click here, you see that small little square in there. From there you can just do it. You can do it, let me just delete it. You can do the calculation for the first one, and from there, from the square, you must click on the 26 point. You should see the border, you see the square, and then you see the plus, and then you can just drag it and drop it. You have to do it correctly, students. If you don't do it correctly, you will get 26.1 throughout. So, but to understand the cell reference and how to do the calculation, I prefer you guys to enter the cell references and then do the calculations. Let's move on to the next part of the question. Number 7, insert a new column headed T and lunch, after lunch and before dinner. Insert a new column headed T after lunch and before dinner. T, somewhere in between lunch and dinner, you want the column. So I'll click on D and I will select the option of insert, and where do I go? Insert, no, I have it under home, insert. I just click on option of insert. There you go. I'll get the T. Or what I can do is I can click on E, right click, and then insert from there as well, and give a heading to this column as T. Okay, I did that, and I move on to my next part of the question. Enter the following data into T column. £1.50 for Mary Patty. £1.50. Okay, £1.50. I will show you how to do this pound symbols as well. Give me a minute. Let me enter the values first. £3.20, £2.80, £3.20, £2.80. I'm just going back and getting the numbers. £1.75, £2.20, £1, £1.75, £2.20. Next value is £1.70. £1.70. Okay, now enter the value correctly. You don't see zeros, just like the way last week I explained. If you want to have some extra decimal point, highlight it wherever you want that, and you can click on that increase. 3.2 increase, or you can do it to I think I decreased it, increased it. See that? Now you can also do it together, one at a time, or yeah, see, it's too much now. I'm just going to get that one. Yeah, you can do that way as well, and also I'll calculate the total. I'm just going to highlight it, or I can do the formula here. Equal formula always begins with equal, but you don't have to put equal if you're using a sum function from formulas and auto sum. But if you're using the cell references, you have to enter the formulas, and you have to enter the equal symbol in there. D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7. You can also type it if you like, and D8, and then press enter. You will calculate the total for the T as well. Next, going to the next part of it. Adjust the spreadsheet to include the cost for T. The formula in F3 will be B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E3. Alright, okay. Calculate the total cost for all the breakfast. Okay. Now you see this. After we included a column T column, now you need to add that extra the T value also in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to E3 plus, what's that new one? D3. I will type D3 and press enter. 2760, change to 2760. Now I just click here. I just double click to get the formula back. If you don't see the formula there, students, don't worry. You just go back here into the formula bar and just press now. How would you have to enter D4? I press D4. There you go. Now can from there I can just replicate. The values will change. If you click into this now, you see that B5 plus C5 plus E5 plus D5. If you click on this, B6 plus E6 plus C6 plus E6 plus D6, B7 plus C7 plus E7 plus D7, B8 plus C8 plus E8 plus D8. Automatically the formulas are also updated when you replicate the formulas if you have done it correctly. So yes, okay, next move on to the next part of the question. Now calculate the total for lunch, tea and dinner. We have done it. We have calculated the total here, breakfast, lunch, tea and dinner. We have calculated the total price for that already. Next is save and print. Save and print your spreadsheet. If you want to print, you can print it. Now print a copy of the formulas you used. Now it says click on tools, options and select formula. As I said, this handout was designed using the old version of the software, but now it's slightly different. Print a copy of the formula you have used. Now to display the formulas that you have used, where do we go? You can click on view. It's been a long time, I haven't done it. Look, you see any formula bar, any formulas here? Right, somewhere for, yeah, if you click on the formulas, then you see here there is show formulas. If you click on show formulas, it will show you all the formulas that you have used. If you click on that again, it will come back to its original values. But under formulas, if you click on show formulas, you can see the formulas. I want you guys to save this work, file, save as, and then send me this formula sheet. Give a different file name, maybe subsistence expenses with formula, or formula sheet for subsistence expenses. Give a valid nice file name. Now sometimes what might happen, I want to take the printout of this sheet with the formula. So let's see what's going to come out as. If I click on print, and even if I say landscape orientation, I can still see only half and a half. One page gives me half, second page gives me half. In that case, you see there's an option of scaling, no scaling. If you click on scaling, fit sheet on one page, see you will get a very small printout because you're trying to fit everything in the same page in the same format. So what you can do in this situation is you can reduce this column. See that it is too much of blank space. Lot of blank space in between. Do you need all of that blank space? So you can play with this, reduce the column a bit so that, let me see the printout again now. File, print, see there now, I have everything in one page. So you can also do that option, so trying to print everything in one page. Just try to adjust the column size or row size if it doesn't fit in one page. Okay, and save the spreadsheet. That's done with your task 3. Task 3 is completed. Now task 4, open a new spreadsheet, enter the following data. Now I seriously suggest you all to do typing, but here I'm just going to copy and paste it, otherwise it will take a very long time for me to record. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use the same sheet now, sheet 1, sheet 2. I'm just going to open the same sheet. I'm going to open another sheet in the same workbook and I'll paste it. Now what you need to do is, sometimes students ask me, do we need to save the sheets separately? No, you just have to save the workbook once. Maybe you can say the spreadsheet activities week 2. You can say that, or spreadsheet activities, I think it was week 14 in Google Classroom, week 14 spreadsheet activities. Save it as and then send it to me, one workbook with the sheets in it, sheet 1 and sheet. Some of you have already done that part. You have saved 2 tasks in the same workbook, which is good. So I'm trying to do it in the same workbook. I just opened the sheet 2. Now okay, now number 3, enter the formula to calculate the half year total for gloves. So now I'm just going to increase the size a little bit here. Half year total. What is half year total, students? Enter the formula. I'm going to increase this a little bit here also. Okay. I'm just going to increase the color. A half year total is nothing but calculation sum of January, February, March, April, May, June gloves. There were half year totals. The number of like gloves, the 41 gloves were sold in January, 28 gloves were sold in February, 22 gloves were sold in March. So that's what we need to count on. There are two ways of doing. Either you can highlight it and do autosum, but I prefer this task. You guys use a formula. Formula always begins with equal symbol. Students, formula always begins with equal. Now 41, that is B2. Either I can click on it or type B2 plus, oh sorry, see, B2 is January, so it's not the number, right? So it is B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E3 plus F3 plus G3. Press enter, you get 126. One more equals B4 plus you need to type C4 plus you need to type D4 plus E4 plus F4 plus and G4, and then press enter. Now what you can do is, you see, if you click on 63, you see there is a small little square. When you place the cursor on that small little square, you see that plus symbol, and then you just drag it and drop it. The values are calculated. And if you want to see, I'm just adjusting this column size a bit here. If you want to see what formula is used, if you click on that, you see that you can see the formulas. You can see the formulas. Formulas are seen. Okay, let's move on to next instruction. Replicate the formula to obtain half year total for all other items sold, which we have done. Number 5, Warmware decide that sweatshirt figures belong with another department. Delete the row and the data for sweatshirts. Do not leave a blank row. Sweatshirts, we don't need that anymore, so I'm just going to click on 6 or highlight it, and then under home tab I have the option of delete, or I can right click on it and delete from there also. But I don't, they don't want us to leave an empty row. That's it. Okay, next part. Number 6, there have been few errors entered on spreadsheet. The number of bobble hats sold in February was 18. The number of bobble hats sold in February 18. Notice that it's 7.85. As soon as I delete and change it to 18, press enter. Sorry, the 18. Did I change it? Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Let me undo it, please. Let me undo it. It is 63. This is what I should be looking at, 63. Here, if I change it to 18, you see that? And it is changed to 69, 7 more. Next, gloves should have been entered as thermal gloves. Amend the row label, increase the column width to show the data in full. Gloves should be thermal gloves. Okay, fine. I'm just going to, what I do is I just click at the beginning, thermal, because it's all in capital letter. I'm going to type in capital letter, thermal gloves. Okay. If something is hiding, please increase the size of this a bit. Okay. And then, okay, I've done that. Number 8, use the formula to calculate the income for thermal gloves. The formula will be half year total multiplied by unit price. that is H3 multiplied by I3. Asterisk tells the computer to multiply. For example, if you want to do addition, you have to press plus. But same thing, if you do want to do multiplication, asterisk shift 8. You will see little star on top of 8 on your keyboard. You have to get that star. Shift 8, you'll get that. So income is calculated by multiplying half year total and unit price. So 126 thermal gloves were sold in first 6 months. Each price is £6.75. So what is the total income? So a little bit of maths here. So equal 126 times 6 pound 6. Okay, let me do this. 126 times 6 pound 75 pence. Okay, I will get the answer. But what will happen now if I want to replicate it? Let me see what will happen if I replicate it. You will get everything 850 pound 50 because we directly use the numbers, not the cell references. That's the reason. So this is not the best way of doing the calculation in spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is the main advantage of spreadsheet is using the formulas and the first calculation of course. So I'm going to use equal. Now H3 times shift star I3. I click on that. I press enter. 850, and then now I will get. I can increase if I replicate it. You see that I will get the value. Okay, I think I did not explain how to enter the pound symbol. Please don't type the pound symbol, students. Please don't type it. What you have to do is just highlight it, and you see this option of general here. From there, click on the arrow, and then you select currency. See that? This will come up. Okay, so what if you want to select some other currency, maybe not pound, from dollar, more number formats, and from here currency, you see from here you can select the option whatever type of currencies you want, Bitcoin, Russian, English, Singapore, or you have all different types of currencies. You can just click on that and that will appear. Okay, the symbol will appear. I don't want anything else apart from pound, so I'm just going. Some students, yes, I did not explain. Some students type pound. Do not type pound because sometimes when you're doing the calculation, it may not come properly. Of course, the unit price need to be in pound. So I'm just going to highlight it. I'll click on this arrow and then select the option of currency. I can see the pound symbols in there. Okay. Moving on to my next question. Add number 7, replicate this formula to obtain income for all items. We did that. Sorry, it should have been number 9. Yeah. Now, let me change it to number 9. I'll leave it, students. I'm too tired for now. Or should I do it? Right. Everything is highlighted. I'm just going to go back to my previous what it was. That was number 9. Now number 10 or 8. Add a new row to show the sale of sunglasses. Place the row after bubble hats and before balaclavas. Okay. Now I'm going here, and between bubble hats and balaclavas, you need to insert a row. I'm just going to click on that and select the option of insert, and then I'm going to type oh, there you go, it comes out, it identifies, good. And then you will start entering the value 28, 14, 28, 28, 14, 0, 0, 5, 22, 5, 22, next what? £2.99. Unit price is £2.99. And where was I? Here. Unit balaclavas. what did I do?
Well, that took a
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it tells, my computer is telling me that, Leela, you're too tired, you need to take rest. £2.99. I can't see clearly. £2.99. £2.99 is here. 2.99. That's it. Now I'm going to calculate the half year total for this also. All I'm going to do is click on 69 and just replicate. Oh, no, see that? I get 1269 because it's an additional row I added. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click equal, and then B5 plus C5 plus D5 plus E5 plus F5 plus 22. No, I don't need that plus. What do I know? It's the same value, 69, 69. Okay, good. And the income equal H5 times, the H5 times, 1 second students, I did something wrong. Yeah, equals H5 times I5, that gives me 206. Yeah, okay, that's done. I'm done with my calculations. I feel bad that I haven't changed it, so let me change it to 9, 10. Okay, then I'm just going to move this a little bit here. See, I'm just playing with the indentation part. Okay. Now at number 11, adjust the spreadsheets to show half year totals income for sunglasses, which we did. Save your spreadsheet and provide a printout showing all the formula that you have been used. Students, for task 3 and task 4, I want you to send me the formula sheet as an attachment. Now, okay, now before let's do this, some changes. What and how can I improvise these spreadsheets? I can make this heading bold, increase the size a little bit, and now warmware. What I can do is I can merge. Here I can show you this trick, merge center. From this option you can click on merge cells, merge and center. You can do that. You see that, warmware. I can also shade the background, which I showed you all. Come up with your own ideas, students. Come up and make it a bit more colorful. And also I'm going to make this heading bold, and also I'm going to shade that with a different color. Maybe shade that with a different color. Okay. And now you see some of these columns are different in size, so I'm just going to highlight it, and then I'm just going to right click here. Now you see this option of row height. I can click on row height. It says 30.75. Maybe I will do 32. Right? Let's say 32 and say okay. Or 32. Row height 32, and then I just say okay. See, all row heights are 32 now. Okay, right click it and select the option of row height. Make sure you click on this number 3, 4, and then you just right click anywhere, and then you select the option of row height and adjust the row size. See that, now you have it. And I have explained how to use insert header and footer in my last video tutorial. Very much insert from the text. You can see here header and footer. Type your name. I'm typing my name here, and then that's it. And just click on this option. You see that? Don't worry, if you're here, don't worry, just click here and scroll it. You will see the, if you're not seeing your name, don't worry about it, because when you actually take a print out of the sheet file you print, you will see your name. Now again, this has to be in landscape orientation, because you can see the full printout. Now what you need to do again is you have to send me this page as a formula. I can also go back and check it, but it's best if you guys know it. Formulas, show formulas. You see that? Show formulas. Please, adjust the column size, make it a bit smaller, so that you can get the printout in one page only. Doesn't go into many pages. When you see a dotted line, that means that's the end of the first page. If it is too long, you don't have any other option, don't worry, that's fine. Just we can print it in a scaling, fit sheet in a one page, then it will fit everything in one page. That explains your task 4. So you have 2 tasks, and also there is one more task on your Google Classroom for your practice, where it's an extended activity where I want you to create your home budget. You don't have to give me exact figure of your whatever, roughly whatever you think your mortgages, your phone bills are, cable, electricity, gas, credit cards, or anything. If you have, if you do, for example, if you don't have a student loan, don't worry, just type 0 in there. Okay, gasoline is gas, anything personal, savings, groceries, etc. I just want you to create your home budget more or less like this, right? Okay, you don't have to give me your exact figure, but just try to design a budget, design a spreadsheet to calculate your home budget, just to check what you're spending on that in that month or in that week, something like that. Okay, all right, it's a long video, and yes, I'll speak to you all again next week. Take care. Bye.